All right, we're up in Fort Tyson in Frigate Bay. Views up here are knockout views. Want to go over some more things on the home program. All of these properties up here are titled property. In fact, I think everything is in Frigate Bay. But any house up here, I don't even see any houses for sale up here now anyway, but even if they do, even if they are for sale and you want to use them for citizenship, they're going to have to qualify for the home program, and there's separate documents that a homeowner has to submit for that to qualify in the home program. If they and you probably should see a copy of the approval to make sure that it is approved for it. If you're someone that wants to get your house approved for the home program, we can help you do that. You can go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. We also got a WhatsApp number, which is 1-869-669-6923. And we'd be glad to try to help you with that. Now, just to tell you how easy it is to sell properties, if you get your house in a citizenship development, or you get it approved for the home program, you're like 50 times more likely to sell it than if you have it outside that. We did an analysis back in 2014. I'm sure it's a little bit different, but not that much difference now. For every 50 properties that sold for citizenship, one outside the citizenship zone sold. That's the results that you get when your property qualifies for citizenship. And now, one reason I'm showing you this area up here, the views up here are just knockout. I mean, it's I cannot begin to tell you how. Now, it's very dry. This is probably the driest month. May and June are the driest months probably the whole year. The wet season starts pretty soon. It's not really a wet season here, but everything turns a lot greener. So if it looks real kind of dead here, it is because May is the driest month the whole year, and we just hit June. So you're going to have this every May. It's going to dry up like this. But then when July and August and September come in, everything turns green. Now, if you're going to pick a home that qualifies for the home program, like I mentioned before, the cost per square foot is less. If you go with that, somebody just built a house right here. Got incredible views on this house here going out. I mean, and this points right towards Mount Nevis. You can see Nevis Mountain with the cloud right on top. I mean, that's just across the Caribbean there. This is the Caribbean side, the Atlantic side just over here. And you can see the views these houses have up on this hilltop are just incredible. So just because you see a house that you like and you want to get it for citizenship doesn't mean that you're going to get it. In fact, I'll be honest with you folks, right now, most homes don't qualify for the home program because they've been backlogged. They have to be approved, and they've been backlogged through the KITTS. There are some homes they'll probably be coming out pretty soon. We submitted one, and it's still backed up. They're backed up with the citizenships too. And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to prove these citizenship developments first, and then get around to the houses. Because they, as I've told you before, they went in and they just basically slashed all the citizenship developments, and everybody had to requalify again to get rid of the dead limbs and been kind of hanging around there. And I'm going to be gradually going around and showing you the developments that actually qualify for citizenship now with the new approval from the government here. Okay. Also, folks, if you want to legally get around high income taxes or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. Again, this is the Caribbean side, and you do have to look at developments. Now, I don't know if this one, you can see all that cement down there. That particular development used to be the Hilton. I'll check on to see if it's on the list. I think somebody was trying to rejuvenate that. It basically stopped building several years back, many years back. And I thought I saw it on the approval letter. Don't hold me to it, the approval list. But I'll let you know as time goes on, because I'm going to get all the new developments that have been approved again. Because don't look at the old videos on these developments, because some of those they're no longer approved for citizenship. So you want to look at these ones here. One of the reasons why they're not approved for citizenship, they've been sold out. They were sold out years ago. And then some of them, like this one here, stopped development. Now, I don't know if someone bought them out or what. I thought of some on the list, but maybe I didn't. I'm going to go back and check, and I'll let you know, because I'm actually going to be doing all the different new ones that the government has approved. We'll actually show you pictures of them and let you know the ones that have been approved. So they actually went through and kind of, got rid of a lot of them here. And another thing too they're doing here to protect buyers is they have your money has to go in an escrow account here, and the government can watch over the funds a lot better with a joint account with the government, and so you don't have your chances of having problems are incredibly low, very, very, very low. In fact, I can't even see how they would have problems now, because the government has to approve money that's going out that you're paying for the actual project. So I mean, this is they're very strict on this stuff now. All right, I'm going to walk back. I'm going to just kind of show you the views up here are very, very good. I wanted to kind of show you this because they do have lots up here too. Not many, I can tell you. They're probably pretty expensive with these views here. The views are just incredible though. This is a new house that got built. There's one other new house that got built not too long ago up here. And again, this is called Fort Tyson, the area. But you can see the views are real good here. Notice that most people put, they get concrete structure. This one's got a concrete roof. And there are advantages and disadvantages to that too. The views up here are just, these are some of the best. I think Sunrise Hills Villas in Fort Tyson probably have some of the best views as far as quality building and views. You can see the views here, just knockout. That's the Caribbean side. Now I tell you folks, this is what sells when you resell. People love views like this, and no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. This is what you want, folks. Doesn't get any better than this. Almost no property tax. Only 0.20% of whatever you're purchasing, with a $29,600 US exclusion before that 0.20% kicks in. That means if you buy a lot, it's $29,600 US or under, you pay no property tax here. See, they keep the houses up really nice here. You'll notice, as I mentioned before in other videos, they have fences or either walls, and most places have dogs. So that is one disadvantage, because you got a next door neighbor that's got 3 dogs, and they rent out a lot of these units to Ross Vet students, apartments. And if you ever get one that's got a lot of barking dogs, it can drive you nuts. That's one reason I like developments like Sunrise. They don't allow dogs. Sunrise Hills Villas. It's very quiet in there. You got real good views like this. They're just not quite as high up. But you can see the views are just knockout. And this is another new house that got built. Just letting them put an addition on here. this home program is really a great way to go, because you can get a passport as quick as 60 days on the accelerated option. It does cost extra. If you go that option, it will cost you thousands of dollars, depending on how many family members you got. And but I've told people before, if you want most of your money invested, go with the real estate option versus the donation option, because all the money in the donation option is donated. Very few government fees compared to the donation option is going out on the real estate option. So most of your money is invested. That's the big key. And that's what you want to look at. Now we're looking at the Atlantic side going down this way. You can see the Atlantic side. See how thin that strip is? That's the Caribbean side right here. And you can see where it opens back up to the Caribbean side here. I tell you something, folks, the weather here is just so nice all year round. And if you got an internet type business and you're looking to try to find a way, it's got nice weather, no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax, this beats the Cayman Islands by a long shot. Number one is the Caymans, the properties are going to cost you a lot more for what you get. Number two is everything's real expensive there, food and everything, because they don't have a capital gain, they don't have a corporate income tax. And St. Kitts does, but St. Kitts, you can skip it and get what's called an unincorporated business, and it's only, right now it's 2%. They're going back up next month to 4% of gross, and there is a deduction of roughly 6,000 EC a quarter that you can deduct from that before you take the 4% out to pay the tax. Okay, that's how that works. Now, you don't have to have a local business. You can come here and live. If you're a citizen, very easily you can come here and live. And then what you do is set up a company outside St. Kitts. You can do that. They don't care about that. I mean, you're not taxed on that because your company is somewhere else and you can live here. Okay, but they're just saying that if you set up a local company, then if you're doing an unincorporated business, which in most cases is going to be always better because the corporation, the corporate tax here is 33%. Just saw somebody do a video this week. I won't mention the name. Everybody knows who he is. He still is going around telling everybody that St. Kitts doesn't have a corporate income tax. I don't know where he's getting. And then he charges $25,000 to do consultations with him. So they come down here now, and they're going to basically pay 25 grand and then set up a company and find out they got a 33% corporate income tax when they thought it was zero. Oh boy. Anyway, so this is a real good place if you want to pick it. You know, in Frigate Bay, it's a great place to come. But again, like I said, you're going to have to find a house that's for sale, number one. Number two is you're going to have to find a person who's qualified their house for citizenship. And so it's going to take a while before you have a lot of homes that are going to qualify for that. That's the key right there. But as I mentioned to you before, because I have a lot of people that bring this up a lot, Tom, you don't promote Nevis a lot. Well, actually, we do show properties if somebody wants to buy in Nevis, but I've told people before, many times there's 4 times more people here. That means you're going to have 4 times more electricians, four times more contractors, 4 times more plumbers, 4 times more dentists, 4 times more doctors. I'm going to tell you something. When you start whittling it down, where you only got a few people to compete for your business and everything you're doing, it can be a pain in the ass. And it's more expensive to live in Nevis because everything comes through here and it's shipped back over, and there's an extra shipping charge. You really need to look at my other videos. I got half-an-hour videos on the differences. You need to look at that before you come down and purchase in Nevis. And remember too, when you resell your house, you got 4 times less people moving there. So your chances of selling your house, your condo, whatever you got in Nevis is a lot harder, okay? And your rates of returns don't do as well. I'm telling you, I've kept up with it. You'll do a lot better in a place where it has 4 times more people. And most of the people in Nevis come over here. I say there's a lot more people that come over here to look for jobs than the other way around. I don't know if anybody's ever gone from here over to Nevis to work. But we have lots of people that take the ferry from Nevis and come all the way over here and work. And those ferries are pretty expensive. You're looking at, I think it's around 20, I think it's 20 or 30 US round trip ticket going there and back. So if you're doing that every day, it can really add up, you know. Now, what you can do, if you've got questions, you can, or comments, you want to put them down there at the bottom. And of course, our WhatsApp number is 1-869-669-6923. You can text us. Please do text because we're really busy. Just text us if you got questions and stuff. We'd be glad to help you out and see what we can do to try to answer any questions you got. But I would try to really do some studying before you purchase and know what you're doing, because I see a lot of people come down here. Here's another house that's getting built. And then what they do is they just don't do their homework. And then they look back, and you need to do your homework on what you're looking for and spend some time, you know, doing it. A lot of people don't do that. And I would advise you to spend time before you purchase and know what you're doing, and get somebody who really knows what they're doing, because you come down here and this is the Caribbean and things are just different. You're going to get some people going to tell you stuff and it's not correct. And yeah, it's just different, totally different. That's a pretty house there. Nice gated. See, the houses here, they keep up really well. That's what you want. That's why I like Frigate Bay. It's real rare you see a house that they don't keep up here. And that is that's the problem you see in when you get outside the resort areas. A lot of people don't keep up, you know, their houses, and so you want to make sure you. I would stick in the resort areas if I was you. I promise you, your rate of return will do better if you do that. And again, not just stick with the resort areas. Pick properties that qualify for citizenship. I keep telling people this. Even if you're not going to get citizenship, you're just going to get residency here in St. Kitts. Again, you can get residency here without getting citizenship, and all you have to do is buy a property. It can't be a lot. It's got to be a structure on the lot. And you get permanent residency, and you can live here. That's all you got to do is just purchase a property here and have no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. Now, if you're still a U.S. citizen, you're going to have to still have a problem there. You can qualify for the foreign earned income exclusion. Right now, it's $112,000 for husband, $112,000 for wife. Roughly, it's a little bit more than that, but I'm just giving you round figures. And it goes up every year. But that's on earned income. It has nothing to do with investment income. So if you want to get around everything with no limits, you need to relinquish and be in a place that's a pure tax haven like here. And again, the thing about the Cayman Islands, which I got off on a tangent a little bit on the Cayman Islands, one thing that you need to understand about the Cayman Islands is when you don't have a corporate income tax, you got to make it up somewhere else. And where they hit you really big time is buying food and stuff. Now, see, in St. Kitts, they have the corporate income tax, okay? But you don't have to have it. But what happens is publicly traded companies are required by law to have it. So they have to pay that. But you, being a small business, you don't have to do that unless you're in selected type fields that the government requires corporations to be set up, like insurance companies, insurance marketing companies. Real estate companies are not required to, but there are other type businesses. If you're A mutual fund company, you're going to have to set up a corporation. And limited companies don't escape it either. They still have to pay 33% also. But the key is you don't have to go with that option. You go with an unincorporated business and pay almost nothing. Or just get an offshore company and live here in St. Kitts and totally income tax free. But again, like I said, if you're a U.S. citizen, you're going to have to still file unless you're unless you've relinquished. And once you relinquish, you don't have to mess with that anymore. I tell you, it's a good feeling. Once you get out, you don't have to file anymore. If you want to know more on this, again, folks, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.